Hey everybody, I'm Sari Feinstein, Programming Manager at the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts, and on today's Feeding Our Frontline, we are introducing Kim Rothstein, board member of Sonoma Family Meal. And as many of you know, while the Luther Burbank Center is currently closed to the public, Sonoma Family Meal has been utilizing our commercial kitchen to make meals for the food insecure. Additionally, they've also been providing meals to our neighbors on the front line at Sutter Santa Rosa Regional Hospital. And we're thrilled to have them in our kitchen, helping out and feeding our front line, helping fight food insecurity, and keeping us inspired at home in our own kitchens. So with that being said, Kim, please introduce yourself and tell us how you got started with Sonoma Family Meal.
I'm Kim Rothstein, and I got started 2 years ago when the Tubbs fire was around. I just saw on Facebook, a friend of mine here in Sebastopol said we need help, and I ran out to a parking lot at the SRJC and just started handing out food. And I'm kind of one of those people who just starts, and next thing I know, I'm running the thing. And I was sort of in charge of distribution. And then in Kincaid Fire, where we were at the Petaluma kitchen, I was running the logistics and operations there, and that was just crazy, full of volunteers and feeding first responders and fire families. And now, during this unusual occurrence of the pandemic, where we can't have a load of volunteers in a kitchen, I'm managing pretty much the volunteers that we do have in the kitchen. I'm also managing a lot of the packaging that runs around the county for the restaurants to fill with yummy food, and doing anything that needs to be done. It's a very different environment.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine going from one disaster to the next, and not even a totally different ballgame with each one.
Yeah, we had this really great binder we put together to plan for the next fire or earthquake, and then all of a sudden the binder went down on the floor because there was absolutely nothing we had planned for that would have seen this coming.
Well, you guys are going to have an amazing plethora of emergency security one day.
Yes.
Well, speaking of food, what's the best thing that you've eaten at home since quarantining has begun?
You know, I did this really weird, simple thing, and now it won't go away. I started roasting red peppers, and I swear that sounds so stupid, but they're so good. And then I started putting them in everything we eat. And it's just a good thing and kind of a less healthy version of that. At the same time, I started making homemade croutons.
Oh, nice.
So I learned that from Zuni in San Francisco, and they're really delicious, but I try not to have too many of those.
Yeah. It's easy to get carried away right now.
Yeah, and I never did anything like that before this.
That's awesome. What local restaurant would you suggest getting takeout from right now?
Hands down, K&L Bistro in Sebastopol. I live in Sebastopol. We're frequent bar. We go to the bar a lot and sit there once a week at least. And I just want them to stay in business. And so I'm doing everything I can to, their food is even delicious to go, and that's not easy. We have had some of the best food to go from there. And I've just been telling all my friends, please, please, you know, get food to go because we need them to stay open, because I need a place to go every week and sit up at the bar.
Absolutely. We need them to be here when we're all back and up and running.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's insane, but I'm so glad to give a little shout out to those guys. What keeps you inspired to cook at this moment when, you know, one day after the next, you don't even want to like get up and make a meal sometimes?
You know, I just like us being happy with what we eat here in the house and trying to stay healthy. You know, it's tricky because you kind of crave sweet, goopy things. And so I'm really trying to stay healthy, but also do some treats, you know, because we deserve treats because we're, you know, doing the right thing and wearing masks and social distancing and really taking care of ourselves. So I think it's just the balance of having some nice healthy food at home and home cooked meals. I've never run the dishwasher so many times in all of my life.
I agree.
But, you know, just trying to be healthy and And also, you know, I baked. I've never baked in my entire life like everybody else. I didn't go as far as buying yeast, but I baked like some chocolate chip banana bread from the New York Times. That would be nothing I would have ever done before, but it made us happy.
Right, right.
You
I
know.
know with Chef Heather in the kitchen making so many sweet desserts of all of the stone fruit right now, and you know, we've got such a plethora of amazing fruits and vegetables in this county. It's hard not to just have a little fun with it now and try
Yeah,
something new.
absolutely. In fact, I live on 2.5 acres, and we have plum trees. And after Chef Heather made that plum upside down cake, of course, we had to make the plum upside down cake. It was delicious.
So did we. We did too, and it's yeah, you can't help yourself. It's so good.
No,
It's so
no,
good.
butter and sugar, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So something else just to shout out as well, keeping everybody inspired at home. I know it's mundane. A little bit about what we're doing here at my house is we've taken all the cookbooks off the shelves and just had weeks where we only cook from a cookbook.
Wow.
So just a little tidbit for everybody out there of looking to like jumpstart what you're doing if you're in a rut. I totally understand of everybody just not wanting to get up and cook one day, or you're realizing you're making the same meal every week. So it's a lot of fun to get creative and enjoy. And I hope with Feeding Our Frontline too, we can be a little bit of help and an inspiration for a dish during the week. Yeah, any final words, Kim, before we?
Well, thanks for all you're doing. I mean, we really appreciate what you're doing for us and also what you're doing for Sutter and feeding the frontline people. It's really necessary. We all have to step up for each other. And this arrangement has worked out for everybody, I think. And we really appreciate you and everything that you've done for us.
Well, the feeling is likewise. We love you guys. And I hope you have a great week and make some fun recipes and share them with the center.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.